Hi, this is Sorting, and today we will be coding a maze. First of all, we need to give this scratch character movement. So I'm going to say event, when space key is pressed, I'm going to change it to up arrow, and I'm going to move the Y axis by 10. I'm going to duplicate this, and give him down movement, minus 10. Minus 10 for down, positive for up. And again, but this time we are going to do left and right. Therefore, we use X and Y. Oh, just X. Change X. This time we will go left and negative 10. I'm going to clean that up so you can see it easily. There we go. The next step is to change this backdrop into something that looks like a maze. So I'm going to click on backdrop. I'm going to change it to vector. I find that easiest. Change to line, make sure this line is nice and thick. And I'm going to hold shift at the same time. Leave a bit of an exit. And oh. And again, I'll leave an entry over here. Let's try that again. There we go. Now we need to code to the insides. Now, the more difficult you make it, the more precise you need to be. I'm going to do a dead end over here. Okay, and I'll continue up this way. I might give two choices, so I'll leave a gap there. Oh, and what you see is that I have left it far too narrow in this one spot over here. But anyway, that is done now. I'll click on my sprite, and he's far too big. I need to shrink him. I can click this button up here and just click on the sprite. Shrink him down quite a lot. There we go, he's nice and small. Should be able to make it, but probably not comfortably, so I'll just do it down a bit more. There we go. Now I want this sprite to always start up there. So I'm going to say when flag is clicked, motion, go to. Fantastic. I also need to tell the sprite that when it touches the red, it goes back to the beginning. So I'm going to tell the sprite to forever sense if it's touching the color red. I'm going to say if it's touching red, go back to the beginning. But I'm going to that one there, go back to the beginning. Fantastic, let's test it out. Perfect. It works. Now, because he moves 10 steps at once, that's quite a large distance. It's quite difficult to stop at the perfect time. So if you're having trouble with that, just change this to 5. So it's going to be 5. That's going to be 5. 5. And negative 5. So I'm going to restart. This time I've got far greater control with how big the steps are, so I can line up going different directions really easily. So currently, if he gets to the end, nothing happens. So I am going to make him go back to the beginning, press stop, always press stop before you start coding. And I'm going to enter a new sprite, and that is going to be balloon. Now, balloon is way too big, make the balloon smaller. And I'll put the balloon right there at the finish. I'm going to tell the balloon to change the backdrop. So let's, for instance, create a new backdrop. This time it's the blue level. And the blue level is going to have squiggly lines. So I'm just going to draw some squiggly lines. I'm drawing some really weird shapes here. Here we go, let's draw some bits in the middle. There we go, let's pretend this is level 2. So it's called backdrop 2, that's fine. Over here, when the balloon is forever going to sense if it's touching the sprite 1. Well, it's called sprite 2, so I've got sprite 2. And if it touches sprite 2, we want the looks. We're going to go change backdrop to backdrop 2. Perfect. One thing we need to add is that we need the backdrop to start at backdrop 1. So I'll put that over here. So if I press the flag, it starts at 1. And then if the cat gets the balloon, it switches to the next backdrop. That's fantastic. We need the cat to get back up there when it switches. So I'm going to say events. When backdrop switches to 2, motion, go to there. Now we need to almost copy this, but change it a bit, because we changed this here, this direction, and the color of the maze. I'm going to go duplicate, and I'm going to copy that one, change the color to blue, get rid of that one, and do the new location that it's currently at. So let's test that from the beginning. So if we get that balloon, we go here, and now we've got the next level. And if I touch the side, it goes back over. And now we have successfully made a simple maze game. Now, if you want to extend this, why not try put a timer in? Data, make a variable, timer. Okay, there's my timer. When the flag is clicked, I want the timer to go to 60. Now I'm going to change the timer by -1 every second. So I need to go wait 1 second and then change it by -1. Now that is going to happen when the flag is pressed, and it's going to continue. It's going to repeat 60 times. What I could then do is go to a new backdrop, paint a new one, and make it say time's up. So over here, repeat 60 times. Once it's finished, when timer, listen to that language, when timer, so I'm going to go when flag is clicked, if, we'll make it forever sense, forever, if it senses, we're going to go this one here, if timer equals 0, looks, change backdrop to 3. So just to make that go quickly, instead of saying 60, we're just going to say 10 seconds. So let's see if it works. Timer 10, 9. Fantastic, that looks like it's working properly. What's going to happen when it gets to 0? Time's up. Perfect.